A Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Brought to you by Mountain Star Healthcare. Mountain Star Healthcare has 8 hospitals along the Wasatch Front, from Logan to Payson to Fairview. Together, we're greater.
And hi there, everybody. Welcome to Game Night Live. Glad to have you aboard tonight. Jeremiah High School football playoff spots in next week's semifinals at Rice-Eccles Stadium on the line yesterday.
Yeah, let's begin with the 5A quarterfinals. And with 2 explosive offenses, you expected a wild game between Jordan and Skyridge, and they delivered.
Did they ever? Skyridge only 1 loss on the year. B-Diggers coming in 7-5. Skyridge getting the big play early on. Alex Palmer untouched, and now it's a foot race, and he's going to win that one easily. 62 yards for the touchdown. Now another big chunk coming from Skyridge. Jaden Clemens across his body, right on target to Baden Stambaugh. That's an 83-yard touchdown. 8 combined TDs in the first half, but Jordan had a 30-28 lead. Then, how about this inning? 4th down. Jordan down 15 with 90 seconds to go. The double pass. Nick Cobley slings it to Jake Shaver, 46-yard touchdown. Jordan down 8. Here comes the onside kick. It's muffed, and Jordan recovers, so they got a chance here. Check this out. Jake Shaver. Nowhere to go. 8 orange jerseys around, and he breaks all of them. We counted. It's official. 8. So Jordan has to go for 2 to force overtime. Shaver. This time he can't break away, and whew, how about that inning? Skyridge in a shootout, 45-43.
Corner Canyon continues their undefeated season, hosting Highland in the quarterfinals. They didn't waste any time getting on the board. Zach Wilson, the Boise State commit, going deep to John Mitchell, who makes a remarkable catch. A 49-yard touchdown. The Corner Canyon defense shut down the Highland option attack. Blake Emery all over the Highland quarterback. First a sack, then forced fumble, and how about another sack for Emery? Wilson with another big pass play. Going deep again. This time he finds freshman Noah Kerr. A 55-yard gain. It set up this. Caden Johnson out of the Wildcat formation. A 5-yard touchdown run, 14-0 Chargers. Second quarter, another Wilson touchdown pass. Colton Lawson has it for a 24-yard score. The defense found the end zone too. Van Fillinger with the pick 6. Wilson, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Chargers move to 11-0. They get Skyridge by Rice-Eccles Stadium.
That's going to be a good game right there.
Can't wait for it. All right, yeah, our Game Night Live crew was at Lehi yesterday. Pioneers hosting Woods Cross.
Wildcats coming off the upset win over Timpview in the first round, and they had to find some way to stop Lehi QB Cameron Cooper, who leads the state in passing touchdowns and passing yards, and you got to watch it live on our KSL TV app. Welcome to Lehi High School for the second round of the 5A State Football Playoff. Cooper, first long pass, and he's got a receiver. It's caught at the 20-yard line. Dallin Holker. Cooper under center now, 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to fight his way in. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Cameron Cooper, 1-yard touchdown. Pioneers in the end zone first. Uh-oh. Ball goes over his head. It's in the end zone, and it's a touchdown, Lehi. Quisson Russ falls on it in the end zone, and now Lehi up 13-0. First and goal for the Pioneers at the 3-yard line. Cooper hands to Mnookin, and Mnookin is in the end zone. Carson Mnookin, 3-yard touchdown, and now it's 20-0 Lehi. First down and goal for Cameron Cooper at the 3. He's going to throw. Quick toss to Mnookin. He flips into the end zone. Carson Mnookin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So we have come to the end of the first half. It's been all Lehi. Pioneers up on Woods Cross, 28-0. That punt is blocked by Rust. Boy, Quisson Rust is having a big day on the punt block team. 3rd down and goal. Cooper to the end zone.
See, that's his
touchdown.
Nice.
Easy toss and catch. And making the grab for the touchdown, Kyler Welsh's 2nd TD reception of the year.
Gosh, he's a big kid, too.
Going to the end zone.
Oh,
Caught,
got
touchdown. Good fellow. Woods Cross finally on the board here with 2:35 left in the fourth quarter. That will do it. The Lehi Pioneers move on to the 5A semis at Rice-Eccles next week. They get it done with the 35-7 win over Woods Cross.
1, 2, 3,
You really can't explain it, just to have everything pay off. I mean, still got 2 more games to go, but it's going to be a good weekend to enjoy it.
So Cam and Cooper and Lehi in the semis will play the winner of Alta and Springville.
Now, Springville upset Alta in last year's 4A semifinals at Rice-Eccles Stadium. The two teams meet again, this time in the quarterfinals with a spot in the 5A semifinals on the line. Let's see what happened. The two teams played even in the first half. Springville down 3-0. Puts a scoring drive together. Quarterback Ty Erickson going deep to Clayton Johnson. Soon after Erickson to Cole Bowers to give the Red Devils the lead. Alta gets in the end zone in the second quarter. To Afu from Will Dana. It was 10-10 at the break. Alta takes the lead in the third when Zach Engstrom continues his impressive season. He wasn't touched. 91 yards for the score. Alta with the 17-10 lead on the road. Springville would even the score later in the third. Erickson to Ben Schreiner. He wins the jump ball. We're all tied up at 17. It came down to this, 14.8 seconds left. Garrett Lindsay, the kicker for Springville from 26 yards out. He missed a 29-yard attempt with 2:56 left. His redemption sends the Red Devils back to Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Now in 6A, East and Bingham seem to be on a crash course for a meeting in the state championship game.
Heavy favorites. There are several 6A teams, though, that want to spoil that party. American Fork, one of those teams, facing East in the quarterfinals. And you may need some oxygen after watching this highlight. East did a lot of running on Friday night. It started with Xavier Spann. A tough 32-yard touchdown run to get things started. Next possession, Spann gets loose again. This is a 70-yard run. And unfortunately for him, he needed 72 for the touchdown, but they would score moments later. East led 27 after the first when American Fork closes within a score. Bronson Barron to Jeff Harris, 54 yards. Caveman down just 6. That's as close as they would get. They couldn't stop the Leopards' rushing attack. Quarterback Ben Ford had a monster second quarter, a 52-yard touchdown run.
We're still in the second quarter?
Still in the second quarter. He follows that with a 28-yard touchdown run to make it 34-14. Ford with one more touchdown run in the second quarter, 45 yards. He had 250 yards rushing. East breaks their own state record for rushing yards in a game, 717 yards against American Fork, and they move on to the semifinals.
Wow. All right, Weber, one of the 6A favorites, maybe to challenge East or Bingham, hosting Lone Peak. Weber's passing game spot on all year, but it's the running game yesterday. Carter Green finds a hole, and he is gone. Weber had a 9-0 lead after they had a safety, but Lone Peak would come back in the red zone. They throw a pick, but Warriors called for defensive holding. Mason Wake makes them pay. That was the momentum shift. They scored 17 unanswered. Now the Warriors need to make a comeback. Austin Bartholomew. He tried to have a comeback, but it didn't work. And Weber goes down in the hands of Lone Peak, 26-17.
All right, moving on. Bingham and Syracuse. Syracuse had the tough task of taking on #1 Bingham on the road. Bingham running back Braden Whistler starts the scoring with a 2-yard touchdown run. The Bingham defense continues to dominate. Kobe Matangi, a pick 6. It's 14-0 after 1. More from Whistler. The screen pass down the sideline, just steps out with his heel at the 4. They'd score moments later. Bingham remains perfect on the season, 11-0. They're going back to Rice-Eccles Stadium again to face the winner of Harriman and Pleasant Grove.
All right, here it is. Harriman at home with PG. PG got an upset of Kearns in the first round, but would it be an upset here? Kafa Lakehi with the only touchdown in the first half. That's the way Harriman likes it. Yeah. Mustangs defense would dominate, keeping the Vikings out of the end zone with plays like that. A couple of late touchdowns for Harriman. They get a shot at Bingham in the 6A semis. We'll be right back. All right, a team from Region 9, which features St. George and Cedar City schools, has won a state championship in 5 of the last 6 years.
And oftentimes 2 Region 9 teams have reached the state championship game. But now in 4A, Region 9 has some competition from the Cache Valley schools, Stansbury and Orem. Dixie hasn't lost to a Utah team all year, but lost star player Hobbs Nyberg with an injury in the first quarter against Mountain Crest. That was big. Mountain Crest would strike first. Brady Hall, the quarterback. Bo Robinson has a lot of room to roam, a 45-yard touchdown. Mustangs led 9-0 after 1. Dixie owned the second quarter. Jacob Barbin, playing with a broken collarbone, connects with Peyton Harrett for the 25-yard touchdown. Then Preston Moore runs it in from 3 yards out. 14-9 Dixie at the half. Mountain Crest takes the lead in the third. Bo Robinson again with a dive into the end zone. Dixie takes that lead back with a 24-yard field goal by Miles Keenan. It's 17-15 Dixie. Then a big turnover in the fourth. Mountain Crest with the interception. Jay Start had a huge game. He returns to the 24-yard line with 6:39 left. Eli Wells from 21 yards out. That would be your game winner. Dixie loses a home playoff game for the first time since 1989.
Stansbury hosting Ridgeline for a quarter. Home team rolled in this one. Stansbury QB Mitch Lindsay. The Connor McKay outruns everybody. 70 yards. Stallions versus the Mustangs in the 4A semis next week.
Orem, Desert Hills. That's Orem's Puka Nakua. He's one of the best in the state for the Region 10 champs. Orem Tigers hosting Desert Hills. Check out this kickoff return from Nakua. He's just jogging to the left side of the field. His coach actually said, "Why is he jogging?" Well, I think he knows something we don't. All of a sudden, he's going to break a few tackles, and look what he does once he gets started. All right, now he's gone. And he's going to make it interesting at the end by diving into the end zone. The refs call him out at the 5. The refs ruining highlights for 50 years. Just kidding. Orem finishes off the drive. Enoch Fiso, 9-yard touchdown from Cooper Lega. Orem up 21-3. Desert Hills quarterback Noah Sewell tries to lead his team back. Whoop! He needs to try out for the track team, too. Takes 3 Tigers to bring him down. He's a player to watch in the future. Jeremy Hill doesn't like the hurdle. Hurdles are illegal, actually, unless the defender's on the ground. Then some bad luck. Early snap, and Orem's going to recover. 3rd and long, pinned at the 9-yard line. It's Lega who's going to hit Nakua, and you know what Nakua does. He scores touchdowns.
He's not jogging now.
Nope. This is a 91-yard score. That would be the second 90-plus reception for Nakua. He had 248 yards receiving 4 touchdowns in the 20-point win.
Sky View, of course, they're the favorite. Undefeated, hosting Pineview. It was all Bobcats in the first half. Jackson Sidaway. To Mason Falslev. They connected twice in that first quarter for TDs, and Sidaway finds Andrew Dean. It's 21-0 Skyview at the half. Pineview trying to make a run at it in the third quarter. 2 touchdowns, cutting the lead to 7. Jacob Mapungi got in for the touchdown here. But Skyview would hang on. They're now 11-0. They'll meet Orem in the 4A semis next week.
All right, to the 3A semifinals. Morgan on a 6-game winning streak, looking to make it 7 against Juab. First quarter was scoreless. Let's go to the second quarter. The exact opposite. Morgan's Ethan Miller picks off the tip pass. He's gone. 27-yard pick 6. All of a sudden, it's 14-0. Next Morgan drive. Jacob Stevens airs it out for Talon Polad. It's a foot race to the end zone. But he's brought down inside the 10.
He didn't pick him up and put him down fast enough.
He did not. 2 plays later. Trojans would punch it in. Bridger Miller with his second touchdown of the quarter. Morgan up 20-0. Juab would rally back before the half. Easton Wright rolling out. Can't find anybody. Decides to throw it back across the field to Alex Wright. He makes a play. Gets into the end zone. It's 20-12 Morgan at the half. Let's go to the third. Juab still rolling. Wright finds a wide open McCray Stevens. It's a 43-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion good. Juab down just 20-18. Now the fourth quarter. Morgan with the dagger. Jacob Stevens going deep, and Tyson Hurd hauls it in. 54 yards for the score. Morgan moves on to the 3A title game.
Juan Diego hosting Summit Academy. Juan Diego, Hunter Easterly, he's in for the touchdown. And then another one. Juan Diego up 17-7 at the half. Third quarter, Hayden Reynolds for Summit Academy, picked off by Austin Gillespie. He's got himself a 26-yard pick 6. Juan Diego had a 24-10 lead, but Summit Academy would come screaming back in the fourth. Reynolds to Colin Dodge cuts the lead to 7. Then Reynolds to Parker Clausen. We're tied at 24, but Juan Diego's got a chance to win it with 8 seconds left. The 29-yard field goal to win it. No good. So we go to overtime. Both teams with touchdowns in overtime, so we go to a second overtime. Juan Diego, Zach Hoffman to Prokopis, touchdown, extra point good, 7-point lead. So now it's Summit Academy's turn. They got to get in. And they do. Reynolds to Gavin Davey. And he has himself a touchdown. So, extra point or 2. They don't go for the tie. They're going to go for 2 in the win. How gutsy a call is this? And they don't get it. Juan Diego with a double overtime thriller. And they'll meet Morgan for the 3A title next week. So, the other one, South Summit getting grand at Stewart Stadium in Ogden. It's not often you see 2A teams that run an offense like that one. South Summit could be Cale Atkinson to Parker Grayjack, 15 yards still in the first. Atkinson to Cole Reedhead, 14-0. Second quarter, Atkinson going deep this time. How about that catch by Grayjack? That would set up this, the play of the game. Well, Mazel Dazzle, Keegan Strocker. Thought about throwing it, but he's going to make the right decision, keep it himself. When he's done, that's a 27-yard touchdown. South Summit continues to dominate 2A. That's a big 47-9 win over Grand. Defending champ Beaver taking on Delta for a shot at South Summit in the title game. Beaver had the running game going. Tice Radon fights his way to the end zone. Second quarter, he didn't have to fight very hard here. Plenty of blockers in front of him. 14-0. Delta known for its running game, but they will stun Beaver with a big toss there. Jake Day to Trevor Burton. Delta cut Beaver's lead to 14-10 in the third, but then Delta goes the play action again. Porter Hollingshead has one of his 3 picks, and that set up this touchdown by Hollingshead to Rhett Jordan. Radon had 132 yards, 3 touchdowns. We get a Beaver South Summit rematch in the 2A title game on Saturday.
All right, 1A semifinals. Duchesne, their road to repeat continues against Parowan. In the 1A semifinals, first quarter Eagles on the board first. Weston Paulson in from 4 yards out, 6-0 Duchesne. Then the Eagles defense starts making plays, up 14-0. They force a fumble deep in Parowan territory, and the offense would capitalize. Jarrett Spencer finds Jaron Mortensen in the end zone. Eagles take a 21-0 lead into the half. Third quarter, here comes Parowan. Porter Miller takes the pitch, powers his way in. 6 yards for the score to get the Rams on the board. Later in the quarter, Porter Wood drops it right into the hands of Ethan Guyman. He's got a 41-yard touchdown. Now it's only a 7-point game, but Duchesne answers. Spencer stands in the pocket. He's going to take a big hit, but delivers another ball to Mortensen, who scores. Duchesne holds off the Parowan rally. They advance to the championship game, and they'll do it against the winner of Milford and Kanab. Milford's quarterback, Bryson Barnes, had a big day. It started with a 61-yard touchdown pass to Hayden Wright. Kanab would answer with a big play by Parker Collins. He beats the Milford defense for a 38-yard score. But that Milford offense was just too good. Barnes again going deep. This time Ty Neto's wide open. He scored several times. Milford and Duchesne will play for the 1A title Saturday in Cedar City.
Another playoff version of the highlight reel. The projector's all loaded up and ready to roll.
Let's do it.
Take it!